Well, we are back, besties. We have something special coming for you, okay?
We are so excited. I mean, like, she's literally so, like, I can just give her a warm hug right now. Like, she's literally the girl. We got to talk to her behind the stage, but I'm gonna let you introduce her, our next special guest.
Yes, she is a comedian. She is the creator. Okay? She's Heaven's receptionist. I love those videos, period. And she's your girl today. You ready?
We're ready.
Woo! Can we get a drum roll?
Come on, that's not the weak drum roll.
Yes, please welcome Taryn Delanie Smith. How you doing?
So cute. I'm dancing and I saw their face. I said, damn. I was like, I'm dressed like your guys' mom. I love that. This is great. I think you guys look so beautiful. I love the pink.
Thank
you.
you.
I'm so happy to see all you. How you guys doing?
Woo!
They were screaming for the free stuff, so I know y'all have it.
Oh my gosh, please give them free stuff. That's great.
We sure did.
Absolutely, we had to.
But quickly, just a quick introduction. As you know, we're the Baddie Besties. I'm Samira.
I'm Elisa.
And I'm turning it over to you. I mean, you don't need an introduction, but just a quick reminder for the group.
Yeah, so I'm a comedian, I'm a content creator, and I love my job. I also act and write. But I've only been doing this for about 4 years. This is like my 4th year doing this, and I love my job. But before that, I was a receptionist. I was an actual receptionist. And I was a college student. I have 2 degrees from St. John's University. And what I became a content creator.
She's an educated girl.
Yeah, she's educated. She's educated. And before all this, I was getting my master's, and I could not get hired anywhere. Nobody would hire me, and nobody. It was rough. I was cleaning houses for a little while as well, and then I had a video go viral, and I ran with it. I quit my job, which that was a choice, but it worked out. It worked out, and I am extremely grateful. I'm extremely grateful for what I get to do all the time. I love connecting with people. And I get to do so much of that in this job, which is really cool.
I mean, thank you so much for joining us today. I mean, it really means so much for you to be the last stop of the Butterfly Tour. But your authenticity, your relatability, is such an important part of your platform and your brand. I know things are ever changing. There's always a new trend. There's always something new happening. How do you keep up and showing up as your truest self despite all of these changes and maybe even pressures?
Yeah, I think that I got really good advice when I was 18. So before I did any of this, to pay for college, I competed in pageants, which is really random. And I went on to win Miss New York, which was really, really cool. But I did not win Miss America. I stumbled up the finish line there, but that's all right. I got what I needed. And what I got was experience. And the best advice I ever got when I was first competing, and especially because I was so young, was they said, be like a racehorse with blinders on. Don't look left, don't look right, look straight ahead. You're here for a reason, you're on your racetrack. Why are you looking at what other racers are doing? Just go straight ahead. I have internalized that so much, and y'all, you have no idea how many times I've been in a room I'm intimidated by, or at a table I'm intimidated by, or at an audition I'm intimidated by, and I whisper under my breath, don't look left, don't look right, just look straight ahead. I say it to myself all the time. There is only one you. Your greatest advantage in life is there is only one you. There's only one you that thinks the way that you do, that has the experiences that you have. It's really the special thing. And the moment you look to the left or right to try to see what other people are up to, in my opinion, I think you shortchange yourself. I think that you make yourself stumble on the racetrack. So I think I've just gotten really good at looking straight ahead. And then the second part of just like that really difficult question of like, how do you be yourself in public? that's a difficult question, especially in the industry. Embarrassment is the tax you pay to do anything really well. You have to be willing to get embarrassed. No, for real. Like, you have to be willing to get embarrassed, to be afraid, that people are gonna laugh at you. You know what I mean?
Oh, gee, that's a little scary.
You have to. You have to.
Super trying to be so cutesy online, but sometimes,
Everybody that you admire or that you love, at one point, somebody thought was cringe.
Absolutely.
Right? So, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, I agree. It is really difficult to be yourself and stay true to yourself. And I'm not pretending like it's easy. Just be yourself. But I would say I've developed some mantras to help me do it, and I'm really glad that I have. And I hope that if you leave with nothing else today, you remember that.
Drop us a mantra.
The straight ahead one.
She pretty much said, run your own race.
Run your own race.
I might maybe have another one.
For whatever reason, I have like a lot of race related, like race and sprint. This is another one. Hold on. It's a marathon, not a sprint. I like that one. That's not original. None of these are original. I like that one too. That reminder that like it's so tempting to go fast to get where you're going, but life is long, your career is long, so you have time. Go do a bunch of different things.
I love. Thank you so much for speaking on that importance, right, of keeping your eye on the prize and being your authentic self. I do feel like it can be a bit scary, especially my college girls out here. Some of them can probably relate to feeling a little bit of fear of being themselves, but at least Samir and I have found that when we are ourselves, we found the most success in just being our authentic selves and running our own race, right?
Yeah.
So I know something that you have been up to, Miss Ma'am, is your amazing, funny podcast with your bestie. So I want to get into that a little bit. Your podcast, Where Your Girls, alongside your bestie, Tiffany Singleton, you guys have built such a fast-growing community with humor and sisterhood and just really that unfiltered conversation that we all know and we love. And I also have to say congratulations, okay? Because you guys have been nominated for the Astra Award for Best Comedy Podcast. Give it a round of applause! So very, very successful, very fast, you and your bestie, and we obviously applaud you for that. But a question for you, what inspired you to dive into this podcast and this new medium of conversation?
Yeah, well, initially, being honest, we love the idea of it because we just love entertaining people. We did skits, and we love performing together. We love sharing our friendship with other people. I know you guys are looking at it because you love the same. And we love bringing people in. We love making people feel included and like a part of our friendship. So we wanted to do a podcast because we thought, what an immediate medium to be able to access people a day, like on a, not day in and day out, but on a pretty regular basis, yeah? But I didn't want to do it at first, and we put it off for like a year because
no way.
I just felt like, God, do we need another podcast? I was like, there's so many podcasts.
Especially nowadays, right?
Right, it feels like a really saturated market. It is a saturated market. But then I realized that I was like, man, there's so many men that never think to themselves, I shouldn't do a podcast. There's too many. And in fact, they're like, I want to do it too. And I realized when me trying to be, I think that me thinking, no, my voice doesn't belong in this space. Everyone else is already doing it. Humility, a lot of the time, humility is important. Stay humble. Be good to people. Don't be so humble that you silence yourself. Don't be so humble.
Have the audacity.
Yeah. Don't be so humble.
Yeah. Man have the audacity. So
yeah.
You have feel the fear in doing it.
For sure. So I think that I started to use myself as a sounding board. I'm like, man, we're starting to just sound like we're too humble to put ourselves out there, and that I don't rock with. So we did the podcast, and people really love it, and I'm glad to be another podcast that's out there. I think, as long as what you're putting out there is adding to the world instead of taking away from it, you should do it.
Period. You second that motion.
Things that feel saturated, even now there's so many content creators. So for any girls out there that want to start, it's never too late. Like she was telling us in the back, like just keep going. So we'll get into that. But before we do, I know you have your bestie, and just like we want to talk about, because we are besties too. What is the role that female friendships have played in your life, and how have you maintain those friendships as you've grown up? And I know there's different phases of your life. So just curious to hear your thoughts about that.
Oh my gosh, keep your girlfriends. Keep your girlfriends! Even when you're dating a new guy and you're like, well, I just want to spend every single moment looking at you. Don't. I'm married, I can say it. Because you know, one of the most wonderful things on my wedding day, I remember I had so many women around me celebrating my wedding day, and I was like, I'm so glad that I've taken the time to cultivate and continue to take care of my female friendships. It's like a garden. I'm so glad that I continue to water and nourish that garden, all the while also, you know, having a romantic relationship too. I think it's really important to balance both. But female friendships, oh my God, they're everything to me. I really think, like, a couple of my best friends have made me so deeply believe in soulmates over the years, because I'm like, I cannot imagine my life without you. I mean, I hope everyone in the room has experienced it at least once or twice. You will, if you haven't yet. When you meet somebody in a completely platonic way, and you just click instantly, and you're like, oh, I was meant to know you, I'm so glad to know you. And I see a couple people in the audience nudging people, which like, everything's going right. That's so sweet. I want my period, please. It's so sweet, it's so special. Your girlfriends just, if you have the right group of girlfriends, they hold you throughout life. And great guys are wonderful. I have a husband and I have brothers who I love dearly. But it's my girlfriends who I can look at when I'm struggling with something, and not only can they sympathize, like a man can be like, oh, I'm sorry that you're going through that, but a woman can say, I know exactly how you feel, and I felt the exact same way before, and I walked in your shoes before. That's so important to have. So I really encourage you, you know, build your village, be intentional about it, and keep your girlfriends.
I love that. That warmed my heart.
She dropped the mic. Let's know.
My bestie and I, we met at Boston College as well, and I won't take you guys through the story too much, but, you know, it wasn't even until senior year that our friendship really started taking off. And now, you know, she's my lifelong bestie. She's going to be with me through all of the trials and tribulations. But
I think it's also important to acknowledge, like, it's really hard as a grown-up to make friends. Like, I think it was easier to make friends when I was, like, 13 or 14 versus when everyone's busy and has their own lives, and then after college, people move away. It's really hard to.
I mean, even in college when you start, like freshman year, it's so hard to find your clique. Like who have I been with? Like, it's a little bit tough too. Yeah.
And you have to really put yourself out there and be vulnerable. It's hard to do.
But it's a challenge. But one thing I can say is, despite the challenges, even in college, if you're a bit shy, or when you guys all graduate and whatnot, and life feels different on the outside. The environment changes. I can just say that, you know, I feel like friendships are just worth the fear in putting yourself out there, because when you do find those gems, it's like, oh my God, thank God, I needed to in my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just like a soulmate. You'll find your person.
Yeah, you haven't yet, they're out there. You guys have a lot of fun nights again.
But I know you was talking about your hubby and your wedding, and I see your ring. Can we see it? OMG.
Stop.
That ring is gorgeous. You're amazing what he was doing.
Well, no, because I picked it out.
You knew what you were doing.
I took him to the store and I said, that one. And now everybody always says you did such a good job. And I go, I got married last July.
Yeah. So it hasn't been, you got married last year, and, you know, you're building this beautiful life. You recently bought this home that you're remodeling. I've been watching your renovations. Okay. 1790s.
Yeah.
Manor, as I pronounce it?
A manor, yeah.
A manor.
A farmhouse. It's like
a farmhouse.
It's dark and drafty and like falling apart, but I'm renovating a house. It's really cool. Yeah.
It's been so beautiful to watch. And I'd love to, you know, to get into your marriage and building the life that you have with him while also pursuing this like fully engaging career that you have. What would you, how do you balance it? How do you manage the two worlds? How do they come into one?
You know, I think more than anything, through my 20s, so I've known my husband for like 10 years. We met when I was 19. And then we didn't get married until I'm 29 now. So we waited a long time to get married because I was busy. And that's how I did it. I was like, I prioritized myself in my career in my early 20s. Thank God. Like, what the heck? Like, I'm so glad I did that. Listen, everybody's on their own timeline. Everybody's allowed to make their own choices. That's great. So I'm just going to tell you what I did and what worked for me was I loved and enjoyed loved. I love being in love, and that's great. I really knew what I wanted out of my life. And at the forefront were a ton of things. I wanted to be financially secure. I wanted to live this really big, beautiful, creative life. I wanted to move to New York. I wanted to live in Paris. I wanted to get my degrees. And I knew that I needed to be with somebody who thought that was super important too. And I chose a partner who was like, yeah, go do all of that stuff. So when I moved to New York, I did live in Paris for a while. I did all those things, and we did long distance really successfully because he was so excited for me, and he wanted all those things for me. If your partner is not just as excited for you about the things you want, if your partner is not helping you prioritize the things that will build your life and make it beautiful and full beyond him or her or whoever they are, I would take a hard look at that partner, to be honest. I know it's hard to hear, I know, I'm saying. But it's important, okay? Whoever your partner is, whoever they are, it's just really important that they want what you want for you. And vice versa.
Maybe you're meant to be.
So,
10 years? Wow.
yeah!
I'm gonna need to hear, more about this love story later. But I know something that is super important to you is your community, right? Your husband, your friends, your family, all the girlies here, your online community, right? And I know that you have even spent a lot of time even with the homeless community in New York City, with your work there. So I want to hear what has kept you engaged with your community throughout your life as you've grown, evolved, and changed over the years.
Yeah, I think with the state of the world, I know everybody in this room, including me, we have all sat back and thought so many times, I just wish the world weren't so cruel. There's so much in this world that feels so unfair. And worse than that, I often feel so helpless to do anything about it. I want you to know that you're right. Just one of us, we cannot fix the world. But I really like to think, and I really hope that I embody the kindness and the goodness that I want to see in the world. I'm not a saint, and I don't think that I do it perfectly every single day, but I really want to, and I really try to embody and enact the goodness that I'd like to see in the world. I think that I really try to make my corner of the world better, as good as I can, with whatever resources I have available. Before I was a content creator, I volunteered quite a bit and I worked in shelters. When I through college, I was studying poverty and I wanted to go into the human rights space, and so I was working a lot towards trying to make the world better, right? And I remember at the time, I would do a fundraiser and it would raise like, $150. And I was like, hell yeah, let's go. And now it's really amazing though, with the platform I have now. I'm really excited about the fact that I just put on a fundraiser for a shelter on the Upper West Side in New York on last week. What day was it last week? I think I did it last Wednesday. And we raised $77,000. And I'm so grateful that, now granted, that's not, sometimes I have these moments where I'm like, man, but I wish I raised 100. I wish we raised 1 million. Like, I wish we could do all those things. And then I think, but I'm trying to make my corner of the world better. And I think each year, as I continue to pursue it, it seems to be more and more effective. So, I'm sorry, I feel like I'm talking a long time about this. But I love you too. No, whatever it is that you feel called to, pursue it, and however you feel called to help people, go do it. It's worthwhile, I promise. And even though it feels helpless sometimes, like, okay, I want to help these people, but I know that I alone can't solve the problem. That's all right. You and a lot of people that think like you can, probably. solve that problem. Maybe not in your lifetime, but one day. And I really think it's so worth your time and it's so worthwhile.
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah.
There's no coming her either. You just
Mic drop.
I don't know.
I keep dropping the mic. I'm an American.
You just jack dropper.
You're so encouraging. You make me feel so good about myself. Thank you.
You don't need to. You're doing everything.
Girl,
We aspire. We look up to you. So
Yeah, I look up to you too.
nah, no gas. Okay. Anyways. What advice would you give to people who want to really nurture existing or form new connections in real life, but maybe feel nervous or unsure on where to start?
Yeah. Would you say connections like any kind of connection, or are we specifically talking about networking or friendship?
Social media. I know we probably have a lot of like people here that want to start content creation. So
Sure.
maybe what do you have for them? It can be really nerve-wracking to share your life out to the world. I know we have that problem. So just curious to how you make those like your social relationships.
Yeah. Build a really great private life and keep it private. Hey. I'm like, you pick and choose. Pick and choose, oh my gosh. Listen, I've been on a really big journey over the last 4 years too, trying to also protect my mental health. I think in the beginning, I would have said, if you had asked me 4 years ago, I would have been like, no holds barred, put it all out there. We're all gonna die, so just like YOLO. And that was great, and it really worked for a while up until it really wasn't good for my mental health anymore. So take it from me, learn from me. I would say, realizing now that you don't owe anybody any piece of you that you don't want to give, or maybe you're not ready to give. Tell the stories you really want to tell. Share pieces of your life, whichever you want to share, it's up to you. Do it really authentically. Do it really well. Do it really well. And also, it's really, really healthy, I think, to keep certain aspects of your life private. Like, I'm talking about my marriage on stage now, and I'm glad to do that, but like, that's something I really don't talk about that much, because I really like to keep that private, right? Like, it's just, I feel like, my man. Yeah, I also like
Keep it safe.
yeah, I think, did you say keep it secret?
Safe.
Oh, well, no, that's a line from Lord of the Rings, keep it secret. Keep
Oh.
it safe. Lord of the Rings fans in here?
I don't know.
You guys nerds? Okay.
Not me.
There be a Lord of the Rings fan here? Someone?
No.
Give that kid a all right, I love you. Okay, so yeah, I would say build a great private life and be comfortable keeping it private, and then share what you want to share. Don't feel pressured to share everything all the time, every passing thought. It's okay. And then I guess I would also say, I would also say you have to be okay. The first time you put it out there, like, I can't tell the people I meet that are like, I really want to tell this story online, or out there. I want to put my art out there, whatever that is. And I'm like, oh my God, do it. And they're like, oh, I will when I get it just right. And then I'm gonna do it. Or like when I get like the lighting and like the mics and like the set.
I know there's
do
people
it.
out here too that can relate.
Like, not in my college dorm when I leave and I have my place.
Right. But listen, you're not gonna do it then either. So just do it now. Do it now, do it imperfectly, because the first thing you do of anything is gonna suck. Like, it's not gonna be, you're gonna watch it back and be like, I wanna do it better. Who cares? Put it out there anyway. When I go back and look at stuff that I did 3 years ago, I'm like, oh my, I could have cut that so much better. I would do that so differently now. I needed to do that to get to where I am now, and I am very confident that some stuff I'm making now, I really hope, in 10 years, I look back and I'm like, oh, I could do it so much better. Because that will mean in 10 years I got better. I hope. So you have to get so comfortable with failing. And that's not even just to be a content creator. I'm sure there's so many of you there's so many dreams in this room. I know. There's so many dreams in this room, and I want all of you to pursue them. And I promise you, whatever that dream is, you're not going to be perfect at it in the beginning. Get over it. Move on. Let's go. Get up. Come on. So that's what I would say. You have to get over it. It's not going to be perfect the first time.
She's like, you are the mom today.
I know.
We're taking notes. You're right here.
That's the vibe. I wanted to be comfy, but I'm dressed like Chess from Parent Trap.
Oh, you look so cute.
But you know what? I feel really mature and wise.
You look your
are.
You're giving everything you need
With
to.
my old baby jeans.
I
Come on.
just need a pen so I can be writing all these notes.
I know. I have a fun question before we get into our rapid fire fast round.
Yeah.
How is your the dog that's in the bathroom that's always causing trouble?
Yeah.
Is he still causing trouble?
I need to put it back up on the wall. You got that fight with this pink painting on one of my walls in my videos? You had to be there. It sounds crazy to be there. But anyways, I gotta put it back up on the wall. People are asking for that series. I don't know why people like that series.
It's hilarious.
It's
It needs to make it come back. It's very weird, but it's everything.
Okay.
Okay. Noted. Noted. I'll be looking.
We're gonna get into rapid fire question before we get into Q&A. So, what advice would you give your 18-year-old self?
Stop caring about being pretty, please. I'm so, I want to strangle you. Stop, who cares? And stop looking up nose jobs online. Just stop it. Oh my God. Thank you. Tell 18-year-old me that. She was so, I love her though, and I just want to give her a hug, But also I want to shake her. I just wasted so much time grieving my appearance and spending so much time worried about my appearance and being pretty. I honestly, if I could get all that expended energy back, I could probably light a small town in Alaska. Literally it's crazy. Oh my God. I'm sorry. It's not even her fault or your fault. The patriarchy. God! But resist! Okay, look, you are so much more interesting than your face. You are so much more interesting. God, that's what I would say.
I love it. That's
it
really
really worked out. I'm fired up.
All right, you ready for another one?
Yeah.
What have been some of your favorite moments during this journey?
Like today or life? Oh, this journey.
This
This journey.
Yeah, life.
Oh, I've had so many great moments. I don't know. Wow.
Top moment.
Top moment? Oh, my life? Top moment of my whole life.
Okay, pick two.
September 23rd, 1996.
Oh,
Yeah.
23rd.
23rd. Oh,
I talked to you guys. I got excited.
Virgo?
Yeah, I don't know. I've had some really cool moments. I would
Virgo.
say, I booked my first show, and it's a show on Amazon Prime called Influence. And thank you. And that was a couple years ago, 2 years ago maybe. And I remember when I first sat down with my manager and she convinced me to quit my job, she was like, what is one thing you want to do? What's your pie in the sky? And I was like, I want to be on a show. I want to be on a show. And I remember when I got that call that I booked the show, that was such an incredible moment. Also for my manager, who's in the audience right now. I love your manager. Love you, Trish. Also, female management is such a vibe. We love her. I remember that was such a cool moment of man, if I can do the things that I want to do, if I'm relentless, I can do it. So that was a big highlight.
Thank you for sharing that. Last question. Favorite product that you tried this year? Maybe it's an empty that keep buying.
An empty that I keep buying. Oh, not sponsored, but this Kiehl's does this super cream. I've gone through 3 buckets of it. Kiehl's
Buckets.
My manager's doing this. Kiehl's. I'm your girl. Yeah.
I love that. Give her a brand deal, please.
All right, now we're gonna open it up to Q&A. So please raise your hand. Where you can do 2 questions. Okay. Let's see. All right. Well, right here. I think we have somebody that's gonna give the mic. No.
Do the mic better.
Oh, there
Yay.
she is.
Shout out you, girl.
Right, we're gonna start here.
Awkward moment.
Hi, it's been great to hear from you.
Thank you.
As a professional woman in professional settings, what has been your biggest challenge, as a woman, that you faced?
Yeah. What was your name?
Chloe, sorry.
Chloe?
Yes.
Hi, Chloe. Nice to meet you. Thank you. Professional woman in professional settings. Well, let's start here. I am a clown. So, slightly different professional settings, but I'll say when I'm, I would say that for me, so when I'm sitting in a meeting with really important people, I remember I was sitting with a really big network, and I was sitting across from 3 executives, and one of them was a man. And he asked me a question. He said, I won't name names, but this is what if he ever sees this, he knows who he is. I'll never forget, we were having a great conversation. It was going so well. And then he said, I noticed that you keep referring to yourself as a comedian. Why is that? Right. I said, why did you invite me to this meeting? He said, who am I? Anyway. And I had this beat, and there was a small part of me that wanted to apologize. Like, I'm sorry. I say sorry a lot. I say sorry way too much. And there was almost this moment where I just, like, my knee jerk was to be like, oh, I'm sorry. I mean, I feel like I have a lot of things. Like, I almost totally talked myself down into a hole. And then I took a beat, I took a breath, and I said, because I am one. And then there was a long silence, and he went, good. And we moved on. To this day, I don't know if he was trying to test me, or like we were playing a game of chicken, or he actually just wanted to know. I would say I've run into that a lot, though, even before I was a creator, when I was working in, like, you know, I was an intern in diplomacy, when I was in these rooms with intimidating people. I will say there's a lot of folks out there who, they get to a certain point on the ladder, and they've been up there a long time. They forget what it's like to be down with the rest of us. And I've actually found, I hate to say it, but there are people that, maybe it's not their intent to make you squirm, but they have a way of purposely trying to test you, to make you squirm, to see if you'll back down or apologize. And I would say it's really helped me to go into those meetings remembering I'm meant to be here, I deserve to be here. I am so good at what I do, and that's why I'm here. Saying that to myself, if you don't believe it, then they won't either. So yeah, just having that as a really good foundation.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
She was like in that room, she had to recollect herself. She's like, hold on, it's game time.
Yeah.
Okay, one more question.
Oh, let me see. There was one right here on the end.
Right on the end.
They're shy today.
It's okay.
Hi, my name is Sanai, and I was just wondering who are some of the women who have inspired you, like, along your journey?
Oh, wow. So there's so many. And I really love, like Amy Poehler, Tina Fey, Maya Rudolph. Like, there's so many great comedians and great writers that have come before me that I love watching, you know? But I will also say so many women who are maybe not writers, not comedians, and you wouldn't know their name, who have mentored me and taken the time with me, had the coffee with me. Oh my God, so many of those. And I would say those women inspire me the most. Just people that have chosen to pour into me back when I was a college student, and I remember I had sent like 100 emails out to people that worked in diplomacy, because at the time that's what I wanted to do. And like one person responded to an email and like went to coffee with me. You know what I mean? That kind of stuff is so, and what should we gain nothing from that meeting, right? Nobody knew who I was, and I didn't even work in that field yet, but she chose to take the time to pour into me and talk to me. And so I would say they inspire me because I would really like to embody that at this point in my career and going forward. So yeah, I hope I'm sorry that's such a complex answer, but there's the women that are in my field doing what I do that I'm like, love watching them work. And then there's also the women along the way that have just been good to me, and that's really inspiring too.
Oh, thank you. Your authentic energy, it's really received. It's like, I don't know, it's kind of like a hug. This big sister.
Thank you. Oh my God.
We appreciate you. We appreciate you, and I know they appreciate you too. So guys, give one. So this is the end of this session here, but we're gonna walk you out. So I don't know if you have any one last word for the girls really quick before we head out.
One last word?
Yeah.
One quick word. Drop a word. I don't want to just preach at you guys.
Before we just get it out.
Yeah, I would say. I think it's so cool that y'all came out today, and thank you for your time. Thank you for listening to me speak. That's really, really so sweet. And I would just say the fact that I was getting ready for this, and I was thinking when I was in college, I'm sure a majority of people in this room are all in college. When I was in college, I'll admit, I think there was a little version of me or a side of me that would be like, I don't need to hear what anyone thinks. I don't need to hear advice from anyone. I've got this figured out. I've got my life unlocked. I didn't, by the way. I did not. I think it's such a show of immense intelligence and maturity to put yourself out there, go to stuff, meet people, go to a conference like this, sit and listen, make friends. Like, I think it's such a show of like that you are all people that are curious, right? Like, you're curious and you're not too proud to like listen to other people's thoughts, and you're gonna be the people that make the world a better place. So thank you for coming out, and thank you. Take the time.